from 0 to 255. If you have 255, it means full on red, full on green, and full on blue. If you do that with light, it makes white. That's white. I'm gonna make another variable called done, and I'm gonna say, no, we're not done. So done is false. Gonna make a little loop while not done. While done is false. This is gonna be a little bit complicated. For event in pygame.event.get, we're looking for people trying to quit the game or press escape. Looks for keyboard events. If event type is equal to pygame.quit. Now quit is all caps, right? Q-U-I-T, like that. Then we are going to, here, let's stretch out the screen so you can appreciate the indentation. Whenever you put a colon and you press return, it indents, saying, for example, after the done, we got an indent in front of the for right here. This for belongs to this while loop. We're going to do something over and over and over and over again. Then we have a for loop. It has a colon. So that means everything after it is indented. Everything that's indented after it belongs to that for loop. Then we have an if, and then we have another colon. But what's going to come after is going to indent even further. Everything indented to this line belongs to that if. If somebody's trying to quit, we're going to say done is equal to true. Like that. True should be capitalized. This is going to be lined up with our while. We are going to draw what we want to draw, our Viking. If we get out of the while loop, then we want pygame to quit. Pygame.quit. We haven't made the draw method. Let's go and make the draw method, or the draw function. Define our function, draw, colon, and then everything after, it's going to be indented. Everything indented to that level belongs to the draw. We're going to make our screen, and we're going to fill it with the color white. Then we're going to draw our image. Screen.blit. The term blit stands for block transfer, and .blit is how you copy the contents of one surface to another. This is how we draw in Pygame. Our image, img, and then we're going to give it a position to draw itself at. So I'm just going to put 200, comma 200, inside another pair of brackets. That will draw the image. I'm going to update the display. Pygame.display.update. Let's see what that looks like. And there's our Viking. Yay! Now we want to make this Viking move. I want to make a Viking object. To do that, I'm just going to make a new file. In my files, plus, I'm going to call this Viking. I want lowercase Viking. .py. Here we are in Viking.py. This is going to be our Viking object, which is going to tell our Viking what to look like and how to draw. We're going to be making a Viking object so we can tell the Viking where to go and how fast to move and how to behave when you get to the edge of the screen. We've made this Viking.py. We haven't put anything in it yet. Import Pygame. I'm going to make the width of my screen again is equal to 800 and the height is equal to 600. Then I'm going to make a class. This is our object. I'm going to call my class Viking with lowercase. Then when I indent, everything that indents, when I press return after the colon, everything that indents belongs to that class. So I define the class. This is called the initializer, the constructor. Underscore, underscore, init, underscore, underscore, self. Now self, what it refers to is this instance of the Viking. We're making an object that will define any Viking. If you think about a tree, it's got a trunk, it's got some branches, it's got some leaves. You could describe any kind of tree. Or you could think of all birch trees. They have white bark with black markings and they've got green leaves. So all birch trees have a shared set of characteristics. Like they all have trunks, they all have white bark, and they all have green leaves. The leaves are all shaped the same. It's the same thing with our class. We're going to be defining the Viking. And then we have specific Viking. Just like, you might have a specific birch tree that you know of. That's that birch tree, and that's different than another birch tree. It's at a different location, and its leaves are nicer than other trees. I don't know. Self refers to a specific instance of this. You'll understand this as we go on. We're creating the Viking, so we're going to tell it where it's going to be, its X position, its Y position. So the X is where it is left and right on the screen. The Y is where it is up and down on the screen. Then its velocity or its speed in the X direction and its speed in the Y direction, or velocity in the Y direction. That's why I use the V for velocity. We have the width of the Viking and the height of the Viking, then the image of our Viking and our screen where we're drawing our Viking. I think I'll use, instead of image,